Hey y'all, it's Tammy with Collard Valley Cooks. I found some old recipes of mine and remembered a cake a friend of mine from church, who is now in heaven, gave me. It was an orange surprise cake. But I've learned since I made this that a lot of people call it the Pig Picken Cake. It is going to be delicious. It's a cake with oranges in it. You use a yellow cake mix, and then you use some vanilla pudding and some pineapple in the icing. It's going to be really good. We're just going to use a Duncan Hines yellow cake mix. And we're going to go ahead and put that in our bowl. I'm just going to mix everything all at one time. I've got it open. You're going to use 3/4 cups of milk. A half a stick of butter softened, and I stuck it in the microwave just for long enough to get it soft. You're going to use 3 eggs in here. And then you're just going to mix it up. I'm going to throw some orange Jell-O in here. Make it taste even better because I want it to be orange. Not just have the oranges in it, but taste a little bit orangey. This is orange flavored gelatin. And I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons in here. And I'll show y'all the box. It's just Jell-O, orange flavoring, gelatin. All right, so we're just going to mix this up. We're going to put our oranges in last because you don't want to beat them up. Now I'm going to taste it and see if it's orangey enough, because a yellow cake mix really has a strong flavor to it. Well, I just made a mess. So I'm going to taste this. You can't even taste the orange. Should we just put the whole thing in there? I say yes. It'll be sweet, ain't it? All right, that should get it. Now let me lick these beaters. Then we're gonna fold in these oranges and get it in the oven. While we're over here, I'm gonna spray 2 8-inch layers with some cooking spray. This has got flour in it. I always do it over the sink. When we were over at Eddie's at the holidays, I don't know if y'all remember, but he did the same thing. He said, let's go over here to the sink and spray these. Well, that's what I would like to do. Get them sprayed up good. Set them down right here. Got stuff in the way. Our grocery store, well, our oven's preheated, y'all. Perfect timing. Our grocery store started carrying flowers, and it used to didn't. And they just got in a little cooler, and they had these lilies, and they had baby's breath, and they weren't real expensive. And I thought, I'm getting me some lilies and baby's breath. And isn't it pretty on the table, y'all? It's so pretty. All right. So we're taking a can of mandarin oranges, and I drained them. And we're going to put them in here. Mix them up. And you do need to mix it. You know, it's not going to hurt them to break up a little bit, because it's the thick batter. All right, but remember when that butter gets more to temperature, it'll be a little runnier in the batter too. We're going to get these in the pans. And we're going to make that delicious Cool Whip frosting. It's Cool Whip with pineapple and vanilla pudding. It's going to be so good, y'all. I bet y'all had one of these. Y'all let me know if your mama did this too. This was my friend, Miss Thrasher. She never had any kids. But boy, I went to church with her. She loved to cook. Me and her would talk about what was on sale every week at the grocery store. We'd talk about the sales papers. And we had a ball, me and her. She's up there in heaven watching me make this cake right now. Hey, Miss Thrasher, right? Hope I'm doing it right, and she's proving of it. All right, let's get it in the oven and get it done, and then we're going to make our icing, y'all. Okay. We'll see y'all in a bit. Yummy. A while to get done because of all the fruit that they have in them. That one sunk a little bit, but it's fuller than the other one. But we'll get these flipped out as soon as they cool down enough that I can touch the pan, and then we're going to make our delicious icing. Always go by my recipes, not by what you see me put in the mixer, because sometimes I make mistakes, and a lot of times I change it up to make it even more delicious. You don't want to beat them up with your mixer and tear them into little tiny pieces. That's what's so good about this cake, is getting a nice piece of orange in the bite. Looks delish. Okay, now I'm going to spray this pan with a non-stick baking spray that has flour in it. I'm going to do a really good job. I try to stay away from the camera so that it doesn't get in the lens. This is so easy, y'all. And you don't even have to have an electric mixer to make this cake. You can always use a hand mixer if you don't have an electric stand mixer. We're going to spread this out in here. There's a bunch of oranges in one spot. Now you're going to bake this at 350 degrees for about 40 minutes, probably, in order for it to get done in a sheet cake pan. Make sure a toothpick comes out clean, and do not open the oven for at least 30 minutes, okay? You don't want it to fall in the middle. We're going to slide this into the oven. And get it started. All right, our cake is done. Rose up nice. We'll let it cool all the way down before we ice it, of course, because that is a Cool Whip type icing. So the cake needs to be chilled, or at least at room temperature. Look at this little cat trivet I got. Isn't she a doll? If you need a good Mother's Day gift. All right, time to put the icing on the cake. And all you need is an 8-ounce crushed pineapple, juice and all, and 1 package of vanilla instant pudding, and this is the small pack, 3.4 ounce vanilla pudding. Make sure we get all this pineapple. And all you do is mix that together good, then you're going to fold in an 8-ounce Cool Whip. And I told you guys on another video that I had used that True Whip, and I tried it, but it's not good for these recipes because the texture is a lot different. So if you see that in the store, the True Whip, it's fine if you're just eating it with your, fruit and stuff. But if you're wanting to make a dessert out of it, like this one, it's best to actually buy the Cool Whip brand or the whipping cream from the store brand. And Cool Whip. Container of Cool Whip. Now we're going to fold it together. This is a fluffy icing. Pineapple, vanilla, and whipping cream. Make sure and mix it up good. That should do it. Now we're going to get it on the cake. Looks good, don't it? Plenty of icing for this sheet cake, especially. Yummy. Now we're going to ice it. I'm using a plate because I want to put this in my refrigerator. This cake should be refrigerated. And you're going to see that these layers are they're going to be awfully soft. And the fruit, it makes it look like it wasn't done, but it's just the fruit on the bottom. So we're going to take the layer. And I think I'm going to put this side down that way. Maybe it'll slice better when I get it sliced. Lord, I'm making it in this, on this, what do you call it? Plate.
The white plate?
Yeah.
With the white cake?
Yeah. But that's all right. A little extra right here. Lord, I'm going to have plenty of icing. I'm going to have to, I don't know what we're going to do.
Be good on some muffins or something.
Yeah. Come around here, baby, while I pour this on the top, and then you can. They're gonna have to be around here to see how I ice the sides anyway, probably. Actually, you may have to go back around once there you go. I like for y'all to have a good view. All right, I'm going to just push this around the top, just like that. Grab a little bit on my spatula, and I push it from the top to the side. So let's get some more on the top. Let's be generous. Oh, we don't about use it all. It takes a lot more to ice a cake than you think. Anyway, let me tell y'all about Miss Thrasher. Miss Thrasher and I really love to sit together at church. And she done the baby nursery for as long as she could even remember. And she didn't have kids, so she got her fill of babies at church. And so she was always in the baby nursery on Sunday morning, because she served in there almost every Sunday. And we just hit it off. Because I always worked the nursery, and me and her became friends, and it was just a good friendship that we had there at church. Yummy. Orange cake with pineapple icing. All right, I saved the pineapple down on the bottom of this, just a piece of one to decorate the top of the cake with. So if you're taking it somewhere, of course, if you use crushed pineapple, you won't have pineapple. But if you have one, then put it on there like that. Pretty. Needs just a little right there. Use it all. Now this is an easy cake, and look how pretty and yellow it looks for Easter. So pretty. That's a pretty cake. A delicious frosting. Okay. All right, we're going to take us out one. And sometimes the first one don't work as well. So if it don't for some reason, we'll get another one. Looks pretty to me. Now that's a pretty piece of cake. Easy to serve if you're going somewhere. It's this wonderful cake. And remember, this is going to be a very moist cake because it's got that fruit in it. That pineapple's good and strong. And that's one reason that I think you should always use a white layer when you're making fresh coconut, because fresh coconut has such a mild flavor. And if you put coconut with a yellow layer, it's just hard to, it just gets overpowering. Y'all know me and my cakes. I like cake. And this is a really good cake. It's good for the spring. It's pretty. It's would even look probably, I don't know how much the color would change if it were a white layer, but it's really, really good and delicious. So Miss Thrasher knows me well enough to know that I put my spin on it. So we'll be using a little bit more vanilla pudding, some orange jello flavoring in the layer, and a white layer instead of a yellow layer. So y'all check that out in the recipe. Always go by my recipes, not by what you see me put in the mixer, because sometimes I make mistakes, and a lot of times I change it up to make it even more delicious. Thanks for watching Colored Valley Cooks, where we cook like Miss Thrasher did. Yummy!
Wow, Tammy cooks it like mama, oh like mama. Tammy cooks it like mama, oh yeah she does. A little butter, a little sugar, and a whole lot of love. Tammy cooks it like mama, oh like mama. Tammy cooks it like mama. Best food you ever had.